Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers Showcase video. In today's video, I am once again taking a look at one of your designs that you have linked me in the comment section of one of my videos. And for today, we're going to be looking at the Rage Battleship, which is this giant thing right here. So this is a vanilla design that uses a few custom scripts to give it that good look and great offensive ability. Pressing F10 and finding the Rage Battleship in the spawn menu, there it is. This ship is not 131,000 large blocks, oh no, but it does use these scripts listed here, and it does require the decorative block DLC pack. Now, this ship in its entirety is 20,543 large blocks. It has a projector system for a repair system, and it also has other little bits and bobs using projector tables and all that going all the way around the ship. So we're going to start by taking a quicker look around the outside, then we're going to go for a tour of the interior. Now this ship is rather big, so this should take a little bit of time to do. So at the very front where our ship comes to a point, we've got two doors. Now these doors are not how we're going to get in and out of the ship, oh no. These are going to open up and allow your Gatling guns that sit all the way behind them to fire straight out. So through these doors, here are our Gatling guns. So these are a small block Gatling gun that have been attached via a rotor head like that. They'll simply fire all the way down this line and through there. So you got to remember to open up those doors or you're going to damage your ship. Slightly below that, we've got a bunch of rocket launchers, just 6 of them to blast your enemies straight forwards. And we have a window piece that sits right in the middle here, and all the way behind, we've got ourselves a camera that allows us to aim those rockets precisely at our target. Coming out of there and moving around the side of the ship, we see the start of many turrets on this thing. Rocket turrets, Gatling turrets, you name it, it's on here. As we move across, we've got this lovely blue digital camouflage skin and some black carbon fiber skin going around the bottom. So over here, we've got ourselves a connector block on some conveyors. This is how we're going to connect up to a smaller ship, a base, and recharge ourselves. Next to it, we've got some hangar doors that can be opened up individually and get a small ship in and out. On the inside, we do have connector blocks to latch yourself onto so we don't rattle around while flying. Below those hangar doors, we've got some more hydrogen thrusters, which is our main form of thrust on this ship, and a lowly interior turret that sits right there. As we move across, we come across to a custom turret setup, which is once again a small block grid via a rotor right there. So they're just a bunch of small Gatling guns that have been strapped on and use a special script in order to control them and fire them. As we move across, we've got some broadside cannons. Yes, rocket launchers that shoot on the side, and it's the same on the opposite. We can toggle them on and off depending on what side we want to fire, but it just means we can drive up and broadside them. We've got some more hydrogen thrusters that sit above there, and each of the rockets have been separated by some blast door edges and a small little doorway to get in and out right there. If I pull back and come over to here, along our black rim, we've got another interior turret and another connector to connect up to. As we move around the side, we start to see our big old nacelles that sit right there. We've got some large hydrogen thrusters that point there and been all nicely covered up. And then coming across to here, we once again got some more custom turrets and some more Gatling turrets for some more protection. For our nacelles, they are basically a large thruster pod. They're not too much of a worry if they do get detached or blown up, so we do have plenty of thrusters on our main body to push us around. So just moving around the side like so. We've got another connector for another small ship, and we've got some more thrusters, more interior turrets, and some more of those lovely custom turrets. Then we come all the way around to the back to this fancy piece right here. So we've got a bunch more hydrogen thrusters, and there are some ion thrusters just for some assistance if you needed it. Now on the back here, we do have these little blocks that are purely there for decoration and of course protection from people trying to snipe out your thrusters at an angle. So if you were to say shoot them from over here, you're going to have a nice lot of protection at the back. As we move up and above, and I think I heard the computer say there was a meteor storm incoming, which I hope not, because that setting is disabled. Yes, on the top, we got some solar panels for some renewable power. We got Gatling turrets galore, rocket turrets galore, and some more interior turrets. There is How are they even spawning in this world? Anyway, as we move forwards and towards our bridge, we come to this bit right here, past all the turrets, past all the welders that have been hidden around for our auto repair system. This is like our little bridge, but not quite a bridge. It's more of a passenger area where you can just put your passengers up here and they can see the gloriness of the meteors coming crashing down into the ship. And of course, we cannot forget the encouragement turrets that sit right there to ensure your passengers are guaranteed to have a fun time. So then coming around to the very front of the ship where I'm standing, we once again got lots and lots of turrets, lots of welders, and some more thrusters. If we drop down and come underneath, we will see a rather unique piece, but that'll be a little bit towards the back. We got some more ion thrusters right there. We got some more hydrogen thrusters, more turrets. There are some more rocket turrets. And then as we move further towards the back, more thrusters. We can see how the turrets have all been connected up. And then we come to this, a custom missile payload, which is a projector block on a merged block, which will be welded up by these welders here. When we activate it, it'll disconnect and launch forwards and will attack your enemies. Then as we move further towards the back of the ship, even more hydrogen thrusters and turrets. It does look bloody fantastic with that digital camouflage skin and that little black rim. But that is it for the outside, and it is very nice. A lot of turrets, perhaps too many turrets, but it's not my ship to dictate that. So, taking control of my character, we got a few ways to get in and out of this ship. So we can come across to that little doorway that's sat around there, or we can come into the hangar, which will mean we'll be at the direct front of the ship. So each of the hangar has a little button that we can press that will open up these hangar doors and allow us to get a small ship in and out, or in this case, we can walk in and out. So coming through here, this is what we get. This is a small little hangar, so we're not going to fit very big fighters in here, but it's good enough to have a mining ship, or maybe something the size of a Dex fighter. So we can see how everything has been connected up by the conveyor blocks and all the lights in here. So if I was to turn off my light, we get a very ominous glow inside. So looking around here, we do have a few ways where we can go. But I will just walk around here. These are some more connector blocks. And we've got some more windows here and a doorway that will lead us further into the ship. So let's go through this doorway over here and be greeted by a very big drop. Now in here is going to be where all our gyroscopes are being kept. And we just drop down here, come around to here, and just make sure they're all tip-top shape before heading off into the distance. We've got another doorway over here, which is kind of sneaky actually. A lot of sneaky places where you could hide on this ship. We've got some welders that sit over there, and then we can come across to here where our window is, and behind us will be our camera where we can aim it. So this is basically a little maintenance route, so we can make sure everything is ready to go. Now where did I come from? I think it was up here. Yes, it was. So coming back through here and through our lovely hangar, so that is what we get. We can come over to one of these doors. So around here, opening up the door and closing it, we can go a few ways. Down here will be to our factory, which, if you can guess, is going to be a bunch of refineries and assemblers, which just go all the way around. So these are our refineries with modules on. We've got a gravity generator, encouragement turrets, and around to here will be some assemblers with some modules on them. We've got some ladders that allow us to go all the way down, and just walking across, this is what we get. It's a nice simplistic setup, which is very easy to repair if it ever took damage. Now we just walk around here. I don't think there was a door on this side. No, there was not. So we can just come back up and through here and go further into the ship. This doorway here will take us to the opposite side of the hangar. We just close out once again and come through this door. So this is going to be where our main control room is going to be. We've got our flight seats. We've got programmable blocks on here, which is going to tell you what's going on. So that's our turret slave and all that. And over there will be the other stuff, but it's much more easier for me to come into the spawn menu and just list them over here. So we've got our diamond drone defense script, our optical missile guidance script, and our missile launch script on here. We've got a projected table that was projecting this entire ship, but it was turned off for performance purposes. And behind, we've got our flight seat. So over here, we have a seat that is empty, and over here we have another seat that is empty. We can set these up to whatever you want to control turrets, to control anything on this ship. It's entirely up to you. And this seat right here is going to control everything and fly this thing around. But I'll come back to that a bit later on. Around this room we've got some armory lockers and some more encouragement turrets, as well as a sensor, which will be for controlling the light. If I just come over to here and find this, set up the lights, there we go. They're simply the bridge lights. So we've got a few more ways where we can go. We can go down further into the ship, or we can go through one of these rooms. Let's go through this doorway over here, like so, and then through this doorway will lead us to the outside where our broadside cannons are going to be. Closing up that door and coming back through, like so, we can then travel through these doors over here to our large cargo bay area, where we can walk around here and see some more modules, see some more turrets, and we've got a few more ways where we can go. Lots of batteries, large reactors, large hydrogen tanks. We can view down there some more reactors and some more hydrogen tanks. Coming across to over and up here, we've got some more O2H2 generators, some more assemblers, and all that. We will need a lot of O2H2 generators to get this thing going, because we are primarily hydrogen, and that is going to burn very, very quickly. Yes, we've got a conveyor there with an air vent on there to make sure we don't suffocate. We just walk around here, maybe drop down here, and walk. See our thruster pit over there. Coming through this doorway here is kind of an odd room. It's more like a torture chamber than anything else. It's simply a room full of large hydrogen thrusters. So if you were to blast this forwards while you're inside, you're going to get very, very toasty. Then just coming around to here, I don't think there's anything else in this room. No, it's not. Just some more hydrogen tanks over there and a doorway to come back through. So coming back through here, we can, I presume, come through this doorway here, which would then take us to our jump drive room. Now on our left and our right, we're going to have a bunch of batteries and interior turrets, but it's not the same on these bits right here. So we just keep walking along, and that's that. So we've got manual control over our jump drives from in this room, and a little beacon that sits above us. Through this room here, we come to some fancy flooring in the form of the wooden heavy armored blocks, and a bunch of cryopods to restore yourself or store your prisoners in. Which basically means we're in our recreation area. We got some planter blocks, got a basic refinery or assembler, I can't remember which that small block is, an oxygen tank, reactor, projector block, our proper medical bay to respawn on. We got some lockers around here, we've got some tables, kitchen blocks, beds, and a cargo access that sits up there. So walking all the way around, over to here, we've got ourselves some toilets. There we are, very nicely done. No showers just yet, but I think this ship was made before that DLC Block 2 came out. Yes, we can then walk up these steps all the way through this door, and we are back to where we just were. Now, I think that was everything, but I will just double check. That'll be the way out, and through this doorway, we'll be back round through here. Walking through this doorway. Ah, here we go. So around here, we've got a bunch of conveyors and air vents and turrets, which then just come all the way around through here where we just were, and then we walk all the way back up to the last part over here, all the way around, up to here, which is our viewing area, our observatory. I think that's the right word, observatory, where we just view out at our little nacelle parts over there, all the turrets over here. I would like to be sitting over here to view all these turrets firing, really. That seems like a great place to be. And we do have a doorway over here to actually come over to here and to control the turrets manually, which is nice. So coming back through here, let's just close up those doors and make our way back to our bridge. So it's time to play around with some of these controls. Now, number one is going to be to fire our Gatling guns at the very front over here. So through these little doors, but we do not want to press them just yet, so we need to press number 2 to open up our doorways. Then we can press number 1 and it will fire them. So we can turn them off and close up the doors. Quite a nice way of keeping your Gatling guns nice and protected. Number 3 is to view the camera straight forwards, and number 4 will be to fire the rocket launchers all the way around them. Number 5 will be to repair our little thingy underneath our ship. So if I come out of there and come into the free camera once again, come around to here, we've got our projector block right here. And if I was to press number 5, it'll start to repair this all up like so. And if I was to press number 6, it should fire off, but unfortunately it does not want to fire off currently. I'm not too sure what is wrong with it, but yeah, that would just fire off and go and hit your enemies. Number 7 and number 8 are for your broadside cannons, so pressing them will simply fire them out. We can turn them off one side at a time if we want to do that. Number 9 is for our auto repair system, but I'm not touching that because the last time I touched that, bad things started to happen in terms of frame rate. On tab number 2, we then got over our O2H2 generators, our refineries, assemblers, batteries, and hydrogen tanks, and that is about it. So all that's left to do is a thruster test and to test out the actual guns on this ship. So first of all, I need to convert this into a station, which is probably the reason why that missile didn't fire off. So yes, going for a quick thruster test, and then we'll test out all the turrets on this thing, and then go forward. So going forwards, we got a good amount of speed for such a large ship. And then stopping seems to be pretty equal. Going left and going right, we are quite slow, but it's not too bad. Going down and going up, we seem to be reasonably okay for a large ship. Turning my mouse around, we got a surprising amount of control. There is quite a lot of weight on this ship, but it's not too bad. There's still plenty of room for you to do some form of maneuvers while in combat. And with that all done and out of the way, it's time for me to break my way out of this ship and then give the starting base to the space pirates, and then we'll go and shoot them with all the guns on this ship. So coming around to here, where is a little button that I can use? There's one. So we want to give this, all of this, to these space pirates. There we go. And then, uh-oh, the guns are starting. Wow, look at that go. That looks so good with this skybox. There we go. Why is the space pirates dropping? Oh yeah, because I gave it to the space pirates, didn't I? Look at those custom turrets go. They are just launching a hailstorm of bullets everywhere. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get into my ship before that thing destroys it. Let's just come around to here, find that doorway over there, and hope the frame rate stays fine. So let's get into this ship. There we go. And then we're going to turn this thing around and try and face it towards the enemies. So here we are. I'm just going to turn myself. Let's see if we can get the top stuff firing. There we go. Look at all those bullets go. That is pretty glorious. And I think we've finally hit the limit on how many things can be showing at once. Yes, we are. That is basically how those turrets all go at the same time. Yes, it is still a little bit overkill, and I'm pretty sure people will comment that there is a wee bit overkill having that many turrets on there, but it's still fun to fire around. So anyway, the Rage Battleship will be in the description below if you wish to download and play around with it yourself, and I'll be back with another showcase video some point soon. Bye bye.